Greetings, all. Welcome to another episode of That's What's Up, where we talk about perspective and seeing things differently so we can do things differently and get different results. I am your host, 1000 Watts, aka Kels. And as always, it's truly a pleasure to be here in the Sunshine State. See the sun is shining brightly on me. Oh, I love it. Truly grateful. Let's take a minute to do a beat checking. Truly grateful for that. Truly grateful for that. Well, as you see, we have a different, seeing things differently, we have a different background behind us. Today's episode is going to be on introspection, so I wanted to just give a different viewpoint, different perspective. As I mentioned before, I do introspection daily. I try and make sure that I do it to keep me focused, keep me on the right track. And it works very well. Typically, I will ask myself a series of questions at night. It's been the same series of questions. It's the same 6 questions based on 3 different aspects of the day. But I will ask them at night, and then in the morning, I will reflect on my answers and contemplate some of the things that I said, and kind of gets me focused and gets me right for what I want to do. But before we go into those specific questions that are part of the process of introspection, let's talk about the word itself. You know me with etymology. I love those words. We did speciere before when we did perspective, so we already know that means to look. The only thing we need to do now is identify our prefix, intro. Intro means inward or within. So when you put the two together, any word that ends in T-I-O-N, C-I-O-N, or S-I-O-N designates some kind of process. So introspection would just simply be the process of inward looking or looking inward. And that's really all it is. It's a truly valuable process for an individual to grow. It definitely gets you into knowing yourself, recognizing your habits and the things that you do, and allows you to work on what you need. We all have our own junk, so a lot of times we need to identify that. This is just simply a process of helping us identify. So, the 3 questions that 6 questions really, but that I typically ask myself are based on the past, present, and future, but it's always based on the day. So at the end of the night, I ask myself the first question: what have I done today? What were my actions, and have I done anything that has offended someone for which I need to go back and apologize? So that's a 2-part question. 1, what were my actions? What did I do today? And I kind of analyzed different things that I did and different steps that I took. Then I analyze them in the lens of, did I offend anyone? I really want to make sure I'm conscious of not offending or harming or causing any kind of hurt to anyone. So if I ask myself that question every day, the offense could be minor. I may have spoken a harsh word to someone, or I may have forgot to come through on something, or I was supposed to meet somebody and I couldn't make it. I didn't call or let them know that I was going to be late or couldn't make it. There are several different offenses that you could look at, but typically I always want to make sure I check what my actions were, and if they were offensive, try and rectify that with the offended party. The second series of questions deals with my current state, the present. So it asks, how am I feeling right now? And again, I do this at the end of the day. So I could be tired, or maybe I had a great day and I'm really excited, or maybe it was a frustrating day and I'm frustrated. I need to acknowledge the current space that I'm in. And that's all I want to do. I don't want to analyze it. I don't want to do anything with it. I just want to acknowledge I'm in this space. This is how I'm feeling right now. So that's the first question. The second part of that is, what am I doing? What are my current activities that I'm doing? And are they aligned with my goals? And then I go through my day, starting with the thing that I did the most, and then I work progressively toward the thing that I did the least, so that I can see what my activities were and where I'm spending most of my time. The things that I spend most of my time on should be the things that are important to me. If they are not, then that's something that I need to look at, something that I need to examine. The introspective questions are ways for me to do that, especially making sure that they're aligned with my goals. And in a case in point, one of the ones that I noticed a couple of months ago, I'm leading a sedentary lifestyle. I'm spending a lot of time on the computer, spending a lot of time writing, spending a lot of time sitting on the patio, spending a lot of time running around playing with the dog in the backyard, but, more time on the patio. So I noticed I'm leading a sedentary lifestyle. That started to show. And it started to show even more in the scale. So when I analyzed my activity, I said, oh, wait a minute, hold on. I weighed myself. I was over 200. I said, oh, no, we got to work on that. So we started to filter in some activities and things to do. And naturally, of course, the amount of activities that we spent time on changed, and the weight started to fall. But little things like that are good gauges. Even more so importantly when you have a really serious goal in mind that you're working toward. If my goal were to lose 20 pounds in a month, I would have been failing drastically and would have realized that within the first week. So I would have been able to try and rectify that. Who knows, that might be a goal for me. But that's the present state question. And the last one is for the future. Naturally, of course, it's what's my plan for tomorrow? What do I need to do? And I analyze that. And in doing my introspection, just giving you one from yesterday, one of the things that I needed to do today was to make sure I recorded, make sure I did some editing, and make sure I got my episode up. So these are the little activities that I would lay out. And that's just one. You would naturally, of course, have a group, and that becomes your to-do list for the next day. But that form of introspection is the way that I keep myself grounded, I keep myself focused, I keep myself aligned with my goals, and it's pretty easy. It puts me in a great space every morning, gets me in touch with me, and I think that's a good place to be. So I encourage you to do that introspection. It works for me, it'll work for you, because that's what's up. Thanks for tuning in. Peace and blessings.